If the people, they invest themselves, it's not my business. I don't know nothing. Nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. I don't know who made and why they made. So it's no any influence of that. Again, zero. We are here and we trust in our land, we trust in God, and this is all which we need. So the problem is, Shawn, is you can see also your question, which is normal to give to me, is that the people, they don't realize they could be in other form, this campaign, because simply they remain in their track and they don't believe there could be other solution, other alternative. Why? Could be. Why you have to remain, because we are not free. For this reason, we are not free in our mind to think that can be not an alternative. And we can think different.
How have they shut you down? It's my understanding you won the first round with 23% of the vote. Am I correct on that?
This is correct. After, of course, they stolen a lot. So probably was more than 30%, but
it was more than 30%.
Yeah, because we know from our calculation. But in any case, was 23rd, as you said, and I want to mention it early beginning. They put me on the screen with less than 1% until the end of the day.
Wow.
Yeah. So for this reason, I mean, all the calculation for them, they were wrong, totally wrong, or manipulate.
What means do you think they'll go to try to stop you? I mean, we talked about how they deplatformed Trump in 2020. This election, we saw 2 assassination attempts. We've seen false allegations with all kinds of things in Georgia and New York. And so what are you expecting to deal with as this election kind of resurfaces? From what I understand, is it May they'll redo the election?
For in this year?
Yes.
They yesterday they promoted, exactly as I said, the new election. New elections are fraud, even bigger than what they made already. Because we discuss about the second round cancel illegally and unconstitutionally.
How did they do that?
Simply like that, by an order.
Are you
because
experiencing a coup?
Romanian Constitutional Court is something which they made from early beginning in order to help the system, the oligarch system, in any situation. Which does mean what they did is finished. If they said our dialogue today, Călin with Shawn, is wrong, they cancel.
Is Romania in the midst of a coup right now?
Indeed.
That's what's happening.
Indeed. It's a coup d'etat in no shame in front of all the whole world. And the problem, Shawn, is no reaction. This is just the reaction from our people, of course, from the Romanian people, also from abroad. This is absolutely clear. Everyone in Europe, you have seen also in Canada, and not only, also in the United States. I'm speaking about Romanian people. But no official position. So in other words, what is going on here? We accept the dictatorship. Does mean that even in the United States, they accept this. So maybe tomorrow we can see in front of us that this happens the same dictatorship in Washington. I don't know. So this precedent is very, very dangerous because nobody acts. I ask you how the former president, which is still totally illegal in the position today, how he can have any international meeting or position, because he is illegal. The government is illegal. Everything is illegal after the December 6th, the last year. Nobody said anything.
How much of this coup has to do with the NATO base that they're building in Romania right now? From my understanding, this will be the biggest NATO base ever to be built in Europe, 1.5 times bigger than Ramstein Air Base.
I understood also this.
10,000 troops.
I understood. We, by the way, they are not Romanians. So probably they had the plan before, and the Romanian people, they changed their plan. And for this reason, they put a constitutional court to stop and to cancel the second round. Because, again, I was and I am, and I shall be forever, for peace. Why you have to have war? Why you have to? We don't need war. This is my point.
What will the implications of Romania be if the NATO base goes to completion?
Will be a way for a dangerous situation of democracy in the United States. This is a main important point.
I would think there would be major implications for Romania too if Russia decides to strike that base.
It's true, but also for the United States, because from United States we are looking for the democracy. This is a point which I said to you. And here we are, exactly on this point, that the situation and the whole system of democracy is affected everywhere today. Looks what's happening in Canada. It's a wave of changement, and the real people, as President Trump, they don't realize what is going on here. What is happening in Canada? What is happening in Austria? What is happening in France? Very well. In Germany, by the way, in Europe. Okay, I can understand that each country has its own problem and not easy to manage, especially the debt. Correct? The debt, the loans we did before. We discussed in the United States about 35 trillions debt, which is not easy to be managed. I can understand, even for us. But still, it's a problem of human being communication. It's a human being, part of this life related to his God. If in the note of $1 is we trust in God, is real or not? This is my question for Washington. We trust in God. We trust in Romania, for sure. Otherwise, we cannot arrive here. We don't arrive here without that. God made us to arrive here in this point. And for sure, we shall continue this way of dignity. But have faith, Shawn. And exactly here we are today. You have or you don't have faith. This is the main important point of our dialogue today. And this is my message. You trust or not in God, because here is it's a spiritual level. This is absolutely clear. And it's not just a matter of, let's say, economic situation, which I can understand, but it's not. It's nothing more than that. We are here in an historical situation for a big shift after 2,000 years of, let's say, of no real democracy, especially in the last 100 years. Romanian people, we don't play games. We are very, very straight for our dignity and for our honor. And we are totally convinced and commit to continue for the dignity of us, of human being, beside anything else. Otherwise, does mean that what you are doing in this world. Why you arrive here? It's a question. Why we are here? For what purpose? What is our way? Why you arrive special in this time? No 100 years ago or 500 years ago.
The world is definitely at a major decision point.
Yeah, but we have to recognize the consciousness we have to conduct us.
Could you be a little bit more specific as to the consequences to the United States if the NATO base does go to completion?
Very good question. NATO, based on its own constitution, is a defensive organization, correct? Everybody is knowing that. Perfect. For this reason, we as people, even for European Union, even for NATO, we are totally agree and we like to be like that. It's fine. Again, it's fine. But in the moment when you change the constitution and you want to be offensive organization, it's change the game in the middle of the game. Change the rules. And here we cannot accept this point. Because if they change the rule and NATO becomes an offensive organization, does mean that it's not anymore NATO, correct?
Correct. That's where I thought.
And this
you
is
were
a
gonna go.
huge influence for the United States, special today with the war in Ukraine.
If you're like me, health and wellness is extremely important to you. But how do you know who to trust when it comes to the supplement industry? We have all these companies, they pop up every other day, they're all selling snake oil. How do you know who to trust? Well, here's the most important question. Who wants to take the biggest, most massive shit of your entire life? Bubs is a company I've used and trusted for a long time. They make great products, have rigorous quality standards, and they are a long-time supporter of this show. And they have the recipe for the biggest shit of your entire life. I love their collagen peptides. This isn't just any collagen. It is a benchmark of trust and performance. It's crafted with integrity and backed by NSF for sports certification, giving you their assurance of its purity and potency. Bubs Collagen Peptides help support your joints, help enhance recovery, and help revitalize your hair and skin. And yes, it will help you stay regular. Bubs was founded in honor of Navy SEAL Glenn Bub Doherty, and every product supports veterans with 10% of all profits going to help military men and women transition back into civilian life. And now for the recipe for the biggest and best shit of your entire life. Bubs Collagen Peptides mixed with Bubs apple cider vinegar gummies, and you have a recipe for success every day. Bubs Collagen Peptides, Bubs Apple Cider Vinegar Gummies. Ready to upgrade your life? Visit bubsnaturals.com today and use promo code Shawn for 20% off your order. bubsnaturals.com/Shawn. You sign up for something, forget about it after the trial ends, then you're charged month after month after month. The subscriptions are there, but you're not using them. 85% of people have at least one paid subscription going unused every month. Thanks to Rocket Money, I can see all my subscriptions in one place and cancel the ones I'm not using anymore. And now I'm saving more money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money's dashboard gives you a clear view of your expenses across all of your accounts and keeps you informed with alerts if bills increase in price, there's unusual spending activity, or if you're close to going over budget. Rocket Money will even automatically scan your bills to find opportunities to save and lower your bills. Then you can ask them to negotiate for you. They'll deal with customer service so you don't have to. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of 500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/SRS today. That's rocketmoney.com/SRS. rocketmoney.com/SRS.
Because Zelensky won the PR war, but Putin won the real war. This is a difference. And the legacy media, they are talking about other things, which is not the truth. For this reason, I said in early beginning to you, lies rush. The truth waits.
So this NATO base, just to be clear, the biggest NATO base ever to be built in Europe is going to be constructed to conduct a major offensive into Russia.
Exactly, this is a word, offensive, which is wrong way. And we cannot accept this. Simple as that. Because it's not our business. It's not our war again. We have no, how I can say, it's not evidence. There doesn't exist evidence on that. Why we have to be involved on that? We have not reason to do that. And again, you cannot change the rules during the game.
If you do win the presidency here, will you reconstruct the Romanian government? How much of the government is corrupt?
All
All of it.
of them.
How will you reconstruct that?
It's very simple. Very simple. You don't have to do something specific for that. But for sure, in the moment when the productive property is spread everywhere, that means you spread the power to each citizen. You got my point? Because each of them will be free. He has the capacity to produce profit with his own hands, and the state help him, because the private property is a key element. And here I am, exactly as Thomas Jefferson made. I don't invade the wheel, I'm telling you. I learn from our predecessors, as Thomas Jefferson was. For me, it's an absolute ideal one. And here we discuss about how we can spread the productive property, how we can spread the power to the people in order to produce goods and value added. And we don't sell just the natural resources like that. We sell value added. You don't sell the timber. You sell the chair, or you sell you understand, the furniture.
You sell the products made from the resources.
Exactly. So this does mean that in the moment when you empower your people to produce and to foster the domestic economy, the country immediately, they clean the corruption. Because the corruption now dictates the process. And in the moment when they dictate this, the big fish eat the small fish. And it's finished.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the domestic product, the domestic people, they don't have any word to say. The farmers in Romania, they are under the dictatorship of the oligarch system. So and this was my plan, my program, food, water, and energy. Exactly as Kennedy spoke in the United States, even Trump. Kennedy was very specific. We have to change the agriculture. We have to give real food to our children because we are sick as a nation. Exactly, this is happening, but my program was more or less more specific on that. Food, water, and energy. We produce food, good quality of food, natural food, water, good quality, energy. We have all the energy is necessary. Why you have to import energy? This is a very, very basic things which we have to do. So in other words, we change the situation, change the economic situation. This is a big changement which we have to do. So we don't change the people, we change the system.
Mm-hmm.
You got my point?
I get your point. What kind of energy? How are you going to expand energy?
We have a lot of water.
Hydro.
So first of all, hydro is top. We have oil, a lot. Of course, now it's not ours. It's to others, to Austrian or to others. But this is not everything can be reshaped and can be changed. But we have hydro, we have oil, we have coal, a lot. So we have everything. So we can be the main exporter of energy in the region, by the way, the main exporter of the region. We have gas, a lot of gas, including in the Black Sea. So we, as I said to you, our problem is our richness. We have problems now because we are very, very rich. And this is a problem.
If you do become the president, will you have the power to stop the construction of the NATO base?
I have the power to install the peace. This is for sure. The people, and in general the entire international world, they have to recognize the peace, not the war. We don't need war. It's absolutely a crazy things which we are doing today in all the countries. Speaking about any country, if you wish, whatever country you choose, in Europe, China, Russia, United States, why you need this? No, I ask you, why? Why we need? If we can cooperate, we have just one planet, which gives to us everything, can cover all the needs which we are looking for.
Uh-huh.
But for sure, cannot cover one, our greed. If we trust in God, why we need war, I ask you? I ask you personally today. Why? If we said we trust in God, correct?
Correct.
Correct. Even in a note of $1 is so, no? We trust in God. Why you need war?
Well,
for what? Because we can cover all the needs.
Mm-hmm. You would have to take away greed.
This is a point. So the greed will be end in the moment when, exactly as I said, on economic dimension, as a distributed system, as a sovereignty of the people, because this I'm looking for, in the moment when each of them has power, each, not few of them, each. In the moment when the private property is strong, and private productive property is strong, which does mean he has the tools, he has everything in order to, each person, to produce himself, whatever he wants, or to construct whatever he wants. You understand my point? Small and medium enterprise, this is the most important. Romanian entrepreneurs, to be strong, the country will be strong. If we discuss about oligarchs, they are strong. Of course, they destroyed the Romanian entrepreneurs because they control the market. The market is not free. The market is control. It's a market controlled by the oligarch system. They control the price. In the moment they control the price, they destroy the domestic product. So the market, the price of the market have to be free. Free. Free does mean free, no other things. So it's very easy. So for this reason I said, we don't need war if we have all the things which we need. Why you have to have war? Okay, we can understand what's happened 200 years ago, 300 years ago, 500 years ago. We can understand 1,000 years ago. Yeah, until the moment when all the states, they arrive to the point and, okay, we can understand the construction of the states. But right now, in the third millennium, what is the role I ask you of United Nations in this war, in this sense? I left the United Nations for this reason, because I know the reason why they built United Nations in 1945 for one simple goal, peace. We don't need any more war. This was the goal, and was not anymore. Until today, we are more than 1,000 wars everywhere, and conflicts. What is the role of United Nations? I ask. From 1945 until today, tell me what was his role. If the main important role, peace, was not accomplished, does it mean that me, you, as citizen, which already we pay from our budget to United Nations via our countries, because this is a rule. Each country make a contribution to United Nations. You, me, everybody. How can reflect our contribution? The peace. Zero. Because they installed the war. Everywhere. Where is United Nations, tell me, in Ukraine today? Or in relationship with Russia? Why United Nations is not in Moscow today? Or in Kiev to discuss about this? Why? Why is not?
I think it's pretty clear, because they don't want it.
Why Washington is not in front of that?
Because they want the war.
I told you from early beginning. For this reason, they canceled the second election with me and with the Romanian people, because I said peace. Peace is the main purpose. So we have to be aware, and through you and through other leaders like you, who you trust in God, to reflect that we are in a very dangerous situation, because we have in Europe particularly, Shawn, we have no leaders. We have just power holders and puppets, as in Romania is today. It's a puppet. Of course, it's controlled by an oligarch system. He's not a leader. Leaders are few, very few. And they trust in God, and they take care about our people. I hope President Trump, I am very clear, to be a leader. I hope to be a leader.
I think a lot of people hope that.
I hope too, until the first day. In the first minute, not first day.
Yeah. When the election resumes, we have to start from the first round again?
It's difficult to accept this. Almost impossible. Because new elections are fraud even bigger.
Mm-hmm.
we are looking for the second round, and we are looking that before 20, I hope, or after 20, in the first day, President Trump to give a wise signal to all the world. But besides, we are Romanian people alone with God. So we continue our way, like already we start, for our dignity, for sure that.
Well, Mr. Georgescu, I really appreciate you being here. And I can tell you're a great human that cares a lot about your people. And I just want to tell you that I wish you the best of luck.
I very much appreciate the dialogue with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No matter where you're watching Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.